Hello students, in today's lecture we are going to see what is the concept of morale, which is an ingredient of important ingredient of organizational success because it reflects the attitude and sentiments of organizational members towards the organization, its objectives and policies. So let us see what is the concept of morale. Actually, in simple words, if you say morale is the attitude of employee towards his organization, that attitude may be positive one or a negative one. So which all factors are responsible for creating that morale, and how to identify that the employee's morale is high or low, how to build or how to measure the morale level of morale, that we are going to see in this topic. So morale is the total satisfaction a person derives from his job, his boss, his work group, his organization and his environment. म्हणजे माणसाचं ॲटिट्यूड काय आहे त्याच्या ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये जिथे तो काम करतोय, तिथल्याबद्दलचा त्याचा व्ह्यू पॉईंट काय, पॉझिटिव्ह आहे का निगेटिव्ह आहे. तो पॉझिटिव्ह कधी असतो किंवा व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ सॅटिस्फॅक्शन, त्याला समाधान कितपत मिळते त्या जॉबपासून, ह्याच्यावर त्याचं मोरालची लेवल अवलंबून असते. सो इट्स वी कॅन से इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ फिलिंग्स, इमोशन्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉईज वर्किंग इन टीम टुवर्ड्स द जॉब. म्हणजे त्याच्या भावनांचा तो एक पार्ट असतो की जो तो त्याला वाटत असणाऱ्या गोष्टी कशाच्या प्रती, तर त्याच्या नोकरीच्या बाबतीत, त्याच्या वरिष्ठांच्या बाबतीत, त्याच्या वर्किंग कंडिशन्सच्या बाबतीत, त्याच्याबरोबर काम करणारे कलिग्स किंवा पियर्स म्हणू आपण त्यांच्या बाबतीत असेल, तो सॅलरी जी ड्रॉ करतो त्याच्या बाबतीत असेल, प्रमोशनबद्दल असेल, या अशा बऱ्याचशा गोष्टींबद्दलचं त्याचं स्वतःचं ॲटिट्यूड काय आहे, त्याच्याकडे बघण्याचा दृष्टिकोन कसा आहे, या सगळ्याचं संमिश्र कॉम्बिनेशन किंवा समेशन ज्याला आपण म्हणू, हे भावनात्मक त्याला एक नाव देऊया आपण, दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज मोराल. सो ॲज आय सेड, मोराल इट मे बी हाय ऑर लो. So if positive attitudes are more than negative attitudes among your work group, then we say that morale is high, and morale is low when positive attitudes are less than the negative attitude of people. Okay, so let us look at the two definitions. Morale is a feeling somewhat related to spirit, enthusiasm or zeal. Right, so when one is having a positive attitude towards organization, or we can say when one is having a high morale, then definitely your enthusiasm, you're very enthusiastic, very energetic to do the work, you efficiently complete the work, right? So it's a feeling, it's your mental state of mind. And second definition says that morale is a mental condition or attitude of individual or groups which determines their willingness to cooperate. कॉपरेशन करून किंवा एकमेकाला साथ देऊन काम करण्याचा जो इच्छा निर्माण कशामधून होते, तर जेव्हा तुमचं मोराल चांगला असेल, तुमच्या मनाने तुम्ही मेंटली कंडिशन तुमची चांगली असेल आणि तुमचा व्ह्यू पॉईंट कंपनीबद्दल, तिथल्या लोकांबद्दल, कलिग्सबद्दल चांगला असेल, त्यावेळेला आपण कॉपरेट करण्यासाठी तयार होत असतो. ओके, सो दिस इज मोराल. लेट अस सी द इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ मोराल. सो when we can say that or why we say that morale is so very important in organization, because if employees have high morale, then what happens, it creates a positive effect on management towards its achievement of goals. A worker who is a satisfied worker, when he is mentally satisfied, he can give more attention towards his job, apply more skills, solve his own difficulties and achieve high productivity. So an individual will do all these things if he is having a high morale. All these are the effect of high morale. And if there is low productivity and if there are no good spoiled relations between staff, supervisors and management, then this productivity is going to affect badly, adversely. Therefore, existence of high morale amongst the employees is so very important. Then the employees, if employees have high morale, then what happened, that workers, the organization's behavior, policy, and there are minimum disputes, okay, because of high morale. No two people will keep on arguing, or they'll not conflict among each other. So this happens only because you're having high morale. Next is a satisfied worker refrains himself from living away from the job. म्हणजे रिफ्रेन मीन्स स्वतःला परावृत्त करणे. ओके, तो जॉब सोडून देण्यापासून. म्हणजे ही लव्स दॅट जॉब, सो ही स्टिक अप टू इट. अँड दिस रिड्युसेस द ॲबसेंटिझम अँड हाय टर्नओव्हर इज अचीव्ड. सो लोकांचं नोकरी सोडून जाण्याचं प्रमाण इथं कमी राहतं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज लेबर टर्नओव्हर. आणि ॲबसेंटिझम म्हणजे कामावर न येणे, दांड्या मारणे, अशा प्रकार हा कमी राहतो. कशामुळं तर कारण हाय मोराल असतं त्यामुळे. बिकॉज इफ वन इज सॅटिस्फाईड अबाउट ऑल द थिंग्स इन द ऑर्गनायझेशन, ही वोंट थिंक अबाउट लिव्हिंग द जॉब अँड सर्चिंग फॉर अनदर. then if industrial disputes and employee grievances are avoided, I mean, if you are having high morale, then definitely employee grievances and disputes are very few, and such organization is always in limelight of focus, and the reputation of that organization increases in the market when people come to know that there are very few disputes, or literally nil, no disputes take place in the organization, whatever organization is there, and there are no employee grievances. People are very satisfied in that organization, so definitely your goodwill increases. You become you earn good reputation in the market, and therefore with the help of all these 4 points we prove that morale is so very important for organization, increasing the increasing the reputation of the organization. Okay, now we are going to see which are the factors which affect the morale. So in this there are two types of factors. First is external and the other one is internal. So its morale is not something which can be built overnight. Okay, so all of a sudden it cannot be developed. It takes a lot of time to develop. It is developed over a period of time as a result of good personnel policies, good supervisory practices, and other influencing factors in the organization. So the factors which influence morale should get full careful attention by management. Management has to chalk out such good policies, and continuous effort should be made to build good morale and to develop type of work environment that will contribute to good morale. So employee attitude and job satisfaction are so very related concepts. So therefore morale is an important ingredient of organizational success, and we can see that it affects the productivity and job satisfaction of individuals. So when people are very enthusiastic in their work environment, it is said that they are having high morale. So a person with high morale, his work is worth doing, is doing well. He derives satisfaction from achieving the objectives and enables him to ignore minor irritants and work pressure without blowing up. So these are the benefits which you get. Now just we'll take a look at the external factors. So these factors are external to the organization. These are comprised of personality of individual employee, his psychological state of mind, his level of intelligence, his physical health, family background from which he comes, the culture in which he has been brought up, the relations with social groups and friends. All these are the external factors which are beyond the control of the management. The management can't make drastic change in these factors. A few changes can be possible with the help of training and personality development programs also. So every human has his own unique characteristics that influences perceptions and attitudes, so which affects his morale. So these factors are outside the control of managers, as I said, so we can call them as external factors or uncontrollable factors. They can do very little to make any changes, but these factors have a huge impact on employee morale. Okay, and then internal factors we are having. First one is organizational goals. So this is the biggest factor which profound influence on morale of employees. If employee feels that the objectives or the goals set by the management are worth, valid and useful, then he develops a positive feeling towards the job and organization. And if you allow workers to participate in setting the goals, definitely it will increase the morale of the employee to a larger extent. So participation of employees in goal setting would definitely work out to increase the morale level. Second is organizational structure. So structure is another influential factor where lines of authorities, if they are clearly specified, responsibility is defined very well, and where there is a good communication among the people, then definitely the morale is very high. And generally it is seen that high morale prevails in decentralized structure, okay, that rather than centralized structure. So organization structure also is one of the factor. Then nature of work is the third factor. The if the work which the employee is doing, if it is very dull, monotonous, and repetitively is doing the same job, the employee feels depressed and adversely affects his morale. On the other hand, if this individual is being given challenging task, then definitely it will motivate him to do well and boost his morale. The nature of the job should match, but whenever you are thinking about giving a challenging task to the employee, then you have to also think about what kind of capacity or capability or ability that particular individual do have. So his skills, competence, and willingness of the individual should be matched with the nature of job which he is going to perform. Then the next one is management philosophies. The treatment given by the leader or the superior to his subordinates definitely affects the morale. The style of leadership definitely affect or influence morale. If generally it is said that democratic or participative style will definitely enhance the morale, and if you are having very dominating or authoritarian style, that means if the leader is doing all the things himself without without seeking suggestion or opinion of your subordinates, and without their participation, all the decisions are, if they are taken by the leader himself all alone, then that is a dominating style which can be called also as autocratic style. So that does have a negative impact. On the other hand, if you are having a very participative style of leadership, then definitely it will have a positive impact. Next is working conditions. Morale is a direct function of conditions in the place of work. So morale generally is high when employees are being supposed to work in a very clean, safe, comfortable, and pleasant environment where all sorts of facilities are there. The employee feels comfortable working there 8 to 10 hours in the office. And if on the other hand, if workers are provided with such type of working conditions where they feel suffocated and are made to work in a congested environment, then definitely their morale decreases. Then the next point is compensation. So remuneration of workers is the main factor which motivates them to work. So definitely, if the employees are satisfied about the compensation which they are being getting, then definitely their morale is high. Because if inadequate compensation, I mean the compensation depends upon the skill, the qualification, experience of that employee. So on basis of that, if you are getting a satisfied amount of salary or wages, then you are happy, so your morale increases. On the other hand, vice versa, if it is if you are well qualified and your expectations are not satisfied in respect of your salary, if you are not getting good return as compared to your qualification or your skills, whatever, so definitely it would reduce your, or it would lower down your morale. Okay, and when your morale is lowered down, then it would lead to lower job satisfaction, and it will result in low productivity. Then the next one is work groups. Each individual has his unique perception, attitude, and beliefs about work environment, about organization, and about people as well. So the social forces, the work groups, group of colleagues, team members do have a strong influence on individual perceptions and attitudes to a large extent. So morale of individual also get affected. It depends upon what kind of group he is being surrounded by, who are their colleagues, how, what kind of attitude these people are having. In case of work groups, you have to see to it that if all the people are having a positive attitude, then your morale also increases. If you are having negative attitude surrounded by people, those who are having negative morale or negative attitude, then your morale decreases. So these are the factors which affect the morale. Now just we'll see how to measure morale. Okay, that means how you are going to count the morale, or how you are going to find that whether you are employee is having high morale or low morale. So the first method is undertaking surveys. So this is an easiest way where you can conduct a survey where you can find out whether your employees are satisfied. Then during the survey you can ask the questions such as are you satisfied with your current position, whether you would like to continue the job in the same organization, or would you like to leave the job and search for a better job in another organization. So such questions are framed, questionnaire is provided, and the responses are collected, and on basis of that the analysis is being done, from which you come to know that whether your employees are very satisfied or they are having a low morale. And certain place is also being provided for the employees in the questionnaire to provide them suggestion, so that the employees can give certain suggestions and information which is not specifically asked in the survey. So it's it's open that you can put your suggestions for betterment of the organization to increase the morale of the employees also. So that way the survey is being conducted. Then the next method is you can go for periodic interviews. The organization can also conduct periodic interviews, so that you can find out the overall satisfaction of employees. These interviews will discuss about employees' strength and weakness with him, and it will help to discuss ideas of employees on how organization can assist him to raise the productivity and satisfaction level experienced by him. So this is one of the move from which organization is showing them that we are very much concerned about you and what the organization would like to do, how it can help you to increase your productivity and your satisfaction level. So through interview, it's a face-to-face interaction. You can ask various questions to your employees, and from that you can understand, from his responses itself you can understand whether he is responding positively or negatively. The next one is productivity. Measuring the overall productivity on monthly basis, you can do that over extended period of time, will definitely help organization to assess the employees' performance. Employees generally who are satisfied with their job perform better, contribute to rise in organization's overall productivity. If there is if the productivity is dropped, then it is a sign that employee morale is low, and organization needs to examine the ways in order to increase the employees overall satisfaction. So productivity shows you whether it is high productivity or low productivity. On basis of that you can find out, you can measure the morale of your employees. Then the next method is observation. The employee morale is measured by observing their activities and behavior while doing their work. Managers observe the work of their subordinates by looking at their productivity, the way they are performing their work, and the way they are doing the activities, whatever task is being assigned to them. By observation itself you come to know that whether this person is having high or low morale. Next is turnover rate. Turnover here, it is employees turnover, labor turnover which we call it as. So employee turnover is a way where organization can measure how satisfied their employees are with the in the workplace. Low labor turnover signifies that employees are happy, satisfied with the organization is doing right things, and high turnover rate can be a sign that employee satisfaction is low, and it may forcing, or its personnel policies are not that much satisfactory, which will hold on or retain the employees in the organization. So this is the sign where we can find out employee turnover rate. On basis of that turnover rate you can find out the morale of employee. And last but not the least, absence rate. Absenteeism, how often the employees remain absent from work, it indicates the level of employee morale. So when employees enjoy their job, absence rate goes down, and if employees does not enjoy his job, he is likely to take extra time or leaves. So if your employee is remaining consistently absent, frequently he is taking leaves, then it shows that he is having a very low morale. Okay, so with this we'll end with today's lecture. We have covered all the points of morale. Thank you.